涙の色はエメラルドブルー宝石みたいに光ってる流れ星を見上げていたあの夜も
L1 the philosopher here, Link, and I'm here with
It's your boy Mello.
And today on the channel, It's That Deep, we're doing something different. You know, this is gonna be a series called The House of Threes. No, The Count of Threes. No, 1, 2, 3. No. What was it, Mello?
This will mark the first episode of The Rule of Three.
The Rule of Three.
The Rule of Three.
Yes, sir.
Old school, man. 3 strikes, you're out. We're watching random anime. We're giving the 3 episodes. We want to see, do we like it? We want to stay? Do we want to go? Or are we still undetermined? You know, we're here to share that with you. The first episode we're doing is a Shadow House, I believe, and it's from Cloverworks.
Anime is called Shadow House. The studio behind it is Cloverworks. It was released. The release date is 2021. So let's get into it.
So episode 1, man, I was watching it. The animation, let's talk about that first, was good. I thought the animation was solid. I guess scale of 1 to 10, 1 being what got garbage. We ain't gonna talk about what got garbage animation, but a 10 would be Demon Slayer. I give this probably a 7. It was solid. It was nothing special compared to the new stuff, but you know, if you're used to like maybe the 2007 swag, it's levels above that. So the animation was solid. Now let's go into the music. I thought the score, it was cool. It was some nice little melodies, had little pianos in the background. I rocked with it. But the story, I really didn't get anything in the first episode. We had our protagonist that I believe, I don't know which one is. Matter of fact, let's I'm guessing the Dow is the main character.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this House of Shadows or Shadow House, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm still talking to you. We have a Dow who's created to be the faces for the shadow. Shadow people are just people who are all black, but not this black. Just they're like actual shadows who dress up in clothes. So thank God this was made in Japan, because this was made in the West. I'm like, hold on, my boy. What we talking about, boy? You looking... Sorry, back to the video. So, watching it, on the guard, it's interesting. So the Dolls are servants to the shadows. And we don't know the reason why in the first episode, but that's the information they give us. And the doll is really, really bubbly, like a really giddy human-like. The opposite of the shadow. We learn something about shadow emotions and feelings and what they give off. So that was interesting. But the first episode was just about the relationship, I guess, between slave and master.
We just got introduced to the 2 protagonists. The shadow was pretty uninteresting. The doll was too interesting.
And I didn't like that personally, because I didn't care enough about the personalities between both of them. So I needed more. But the episode kind of ends on a cliffhanger that the world is bigger than the little room that they're in. So that was interesting.
So it got a little weird. And they were just feeding off of each other the whole episode. So that first episode didn't really give us much at all. The second episode, it gave us a lot more. We learned a little more about their world and how things work. You know, the shadows are the master, the doll isn't.
Slavery.
Yeah, slavery. And the doll has to imitate all of the emotions that the shadow feels, and you have to be able to see that because they don't have a face. You can't see much of anything. And it was cool, but it was also weird. But it was like, okay, this is the show. I'm gonna watch it.
Then she's out there into, I guess, the world of the house, right? The house where everything goes down. And she's meeting other dolls who are sole purpose is to clean up behind them and make sure everything is like spick and span. And we find out, I believe in episode 3, why it's so important to make sure everything is cleaned up. But I think episode 2 is just better. You get more ideas and more what's going on, and find out there's a ceremony coming up. that when it comes to what the shadow has to do with her doll. So the second episode, we only thing we get more of that she's not alone. It's more like her. It's the only thing we know. That's the only thing they're giving us. So that means they're really going to rely on the animation and whatever action. But this show is not really built around action. It's just built more about the connections of relationships between the shadow and the doll. So I thought episode 2 was better.
And then going into the third episode was when everything really changed a lot, because we learned about how if they don't clean, things can get crazy. Like,
it can get messy.
It can get real messy. They spawned a whole demon. That demon was messing around, and it started to go crazy. Started messing up everything. The character was Rosemary. Rosemary was attacked by the Phantom and got controlled by a Phantom. The Phantom took over her body and started to roam around, start trying to take over more hosts, more dolls. But our main character, the main protagonist, the main doll, was able to prevent this with her smart mind. Apparently, she's smarter than every other doll, which made no sense to me, but okay.
At the same time, dumber than every other doll?
Exactly. Like, it was ridiculous. I didn't understand that part, but that part. And going into finishing up the third episode, it wasn't as cliffhangery. Like, the cliffhanger wasn't as good as it was in the previous 2 episodes, and there's less to be desired other than what we already know that's foreshadowed, which is they're going to be they're going to be tested and see if they are compatible, or I don't know, because it doesn't make sense yet.
Well, episode 3 was more deeper, so we find out what's up with the dolls. The dolls are to represent the actual face, because you can't see a shadow's face. It's a shadow. That's just how they are. I mean, I got a shadow behind me. It's just a shadow. But the doll represents every emotion. So she smiles, the doll has to smile, but it has to sense that. It has to feel that. So I don't know, because we haven't seen the rest of the show, is that they're going to be on the outside world and them dolls represent them on the outside world? Because they do refer that they look human-like for a reason. So I'm assuming they are in a world of humans. So therefore, the dolls represent their representative. This is my emotions. This is my face. This is what I do. So we learned in the third episode, and I thought that was interesting. And we find out more of what happens with the dirt. When it doesn't get cleaned up properly, it turns into these phantoms that I don't know what their job is, but they mess up the dolls. When they attack the dolls, they get inside the system, and they can really like shut down. So it was interesting. And that's what I got from the first 3 episodes. I do think it got better per episode. Episode 1, 2, and 3. And I do think the animation was good. I think the story was good. When it comes to like the story and characters, I think I just didn't get enough. Definitely the first episode. I think the first episode didn't really give me anything. But the second 2 dragged me along just a little bit. Strung me along just a little bit.
And usually when I watch anime, the first 3 episodes either hook you. If you're not hooked by the first episode and you don't still want to watch by the first episode, then, what's the point at that point? But every anime is different. I learned that, so I can't go into this like it's a shonen. So when I watch this anime, it's clearly not a shonen. It's clearly not surrounded by fights. But the plot was...
It's more of a shoujo, if anything else.
Right. And the plot was solid. I do like the show.
3 episodes. Is it a go? Is it a stop? Is it undetermined?
I mean, when it comes to animation, I'll probably rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, a 8. I did like the animation. I like how clean it was, and it was consistent, unlike some shows I watch.
Yeah, how do you feel about the music? You're in a
music was mid, nothing too crazy for the show. Usually when I listen to the music, I'm thinking, all right, how does it represent the show? It was mysterious, I guess. It was nice. It wasn't like totally out of the blue, and the visuals were pretty on point, so it was solid. I liked the score. It was okay. I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10 if I had to rate it, which is not terrible. The plot, solid, but it didn't hook me, and I don't really feel as though I need to watch this. It's like I'll watch it whenever I watch it, and if I don't watch it, okay. So that's the plot.
Again, I thought the animation was solid. I get animation a 7. I think the music was cool. Probably a 5 to a 6. What I think about plot, it's kind of weird because we're doing the 3 and out, so I kind of look at more like characters. The characters was okay. The only thing I learned is it's going to be a graduation. Well, more of a test to see if they graduate, to see if that's going to be her permanent doll or if she's going to be used in the family, because the family has a hierarchy power of what they represent, and we have no idea what that is. So I guess you have to not rewatch. You have to watch the rest of the series. Sorry, but even though episodes got better, to me, with 3 strikes you're out. I didn't rock with it.
Stop.
Yeah, red light, traffic. Don't drive through. It's backed up on the road. U-turn. Go on the back road. Exactly. It's just not. It's not for me. So, in your opinion, what does the show get? Is it a go? Is it a stop? Is it undetermined?
Personally, I'm gonna say this show is a stop because I just want to stop watching it. I don't really care about it. I ain't really care to continue to watch it. But it is solid if you bored and you want to watch something and you want something to, that's out of the ordinary. Definitely the show to watch. But other than that, it's not really gonna do much for you.
Again, thanks for watching, man. It's that deep. We want you to join the community because we want to grow. We want to grow with you. We want to break down different anime. If you got an anime we think we should give a 3-episode rule to, let us know. We tune in. We jump back on here and talk to you. And my name is L1 the Philosopher. And once again, I was here with
EP1 No Mellow.
And we catch y'all in the next video.
Peace.